Bro, I wish there was a way to know when Bitcoin finally reached the bottom so I can buy and hold it to the top. I'm sick of doing nothing and then in a blink of an eye, Bitcoin is $70,000. Dude, you know there are easy on-chain and technical metrics that you can use to buy low and sell high? For real? Keep talking. Nah, come over here. I'll show you. Okay, first of all, just know that there is not just a single magic indicator or data that is 100% accurate in showing Bitcoin's bottom or top. But using a combination of these metrics with a simple DCA, your average buy price would be somewhere around the bottom and you sell somewhere around the top. First of all, what the hell is DCA? Bro, you're so new. Okay, let me simplify it for you. DCA or dollar cost average means buying the same amount of an asset like Bitcoin, stocks, gold, or anything in a specific time period continuously regardless of the price. Oh, I get it. So it basically means if I have $1,000 and I invest $100 every week for 10 weeks into Bitcoin, my average cost basis would be somewhere in the middle. Nice.
Nice.
Now that you know DCA, let me tell you how you can identify the bottom. There are three main areas that you can look into: sentiment, on-chain data, and technical data. Your best bet is when all of these show you it's time to buy. For example, look at this. It's the chart of fear and greed index. You know, we are all emotional and psychological beings. We try to be rational when it comes to finance, money, investing, etc. But after all, we are just humans. When we see red numbers or minus 20-30%, we get terrified and start selling our assets. Then we see green and we get super greedy. This index helps us know what investors are feeling at this moment. Investor sentiment is divided into 5 categories: extreme fear, 0 from 20, fear, 21 to 40, 41 to 60 is neutral, 61 to 80 is greed, and finally 81 to 100 is extreme greed. Now let's look at Bitcoin bottom in 2022 and see how this index reflected market sentiment. From May to July, Bitcoin entered extreme fear zone. At this time, the price was fluctuating between 35k and 17.5k. This was the perfect time to buy Bitcoin because after this, the lowest price that Bitcoin saw was 15k, and if your average was around 25k, you could have made 200%. And the price hit a new ATH earlier this year, and the fear and greed was in extreme greed zone. Dude, this index is not that accurate. For example, in January 2022, price entered extreme fear zone, but it was nowhere near the bottom. You're right. And that's the reason we use multiple data and tools to find where the bottom or top is. As I told you, there is no magic metric that is 100% accurate. Now let's dive into on-chain world so I can show you more tools to buy low. MVRV is the ratio of market cap to the realized cap. You can use this to determine whether Bitcoin is overvalued or undervalued. Using this data is really easy. If it's under 1, Bitcoin is undervalued, and it's possibly the bottom. When it's over 3.7, Bitcoin is overvalued and is possibly the peak of a market cycle. Another on-chain data that you can use is NUPL, or net unrealized profit or loss. It basically tells us how much of the coins in circulation are in profit against the coins that are in loss. If this index is under 0, it shows the majority of the coins are in loss, and there is a chance for whales and sharks to enter the market and change the momentum. If it's over 0.5 mark, a lot of investors are in profit and they might start realizing it, which could put a downward pressure on the price and change the trend. Man, it's time to tell your friends to like, sub, and ring the notification bell. Guys, please do as he says or he won't stop whining about it. I don't whine, come on. Forget about it, let's keep going with this video. So as I was saying, there are other on-chain tools that you can use as well, like NVT. NVT is the ratio of network value to transactions. It is based on the theory that price correlates with the total amount of network usage. When the price is high, people tend to interact more with the network, and when it's low, they don't use it as much. It's obvious you have to buy Bitcoin when not many people are interested in using it. You can also use NVT Golden Cross, which is not perfect when it comes to all the tops and bottoms, but it's good. Values over 2.2 indicate overbuying and minus 1.6 indicate overselling. Now, you remember NUPL, right? Yeah, you can use the supply and profit in combination with NUPL. In last stages of a bear market, Bitcoin supply and profit tends to go lower than 55% and stay there for a period of time. That's the time that you should jump in and grab as many coins as you can before the supply rises again. Then there is also this euphoric state when the index goes above 95% and now almost all of the investors are in profit. That's when you should dump all your coins and get the hell out of the market before it changes direction. Now that we talked about buying BTC when it's undervalued and people are panicking, and sell it when Bitcoin is the headline of the news and people are going all in, it's good to monitor long-term holders' movements. Long-term holders are defined as investors who don't move their assets at least for 155 days. These holders are less concerned about short-term trends and always focus on the big picture. You can start buying Bitcoin when long-term holders SOPR drops below 1. In the last bear market, this index falls below 1 when the price drops down to 27k. And about a year later, in April 2023, it finally jumps above 1 and it has been going up ever since. Wow, that's a really long time. You're right. And that's why I told you to DCA when you see these indicators reaching a certain point. You know, investing is like going to the gym. You can make huge muscles just by going to the gym, lifting super heavy weights just one day, and then stay home and eat whatever you like for the rest of the month. And then expect a six-pack or something to appear from nowhere. You build a six-pack by making a habit of going to the gym, exercising, and keeping a healthy diet. Similarly, you build real wealth by making a habit of investing and monitoring the market and focusing on the big picture. Damn, I should write that down. Yes, you should. But bear with me, because we still haven't talked about technical analysis to find cycle tops and bottoms. When you look at the price chart in a weekly or even monthly format, it instantly becomes much easier to analyze. When all of those volatility from 1 day or 4 hours chart is gone, you can start finding support and resistance levels with minimum effort. Look at this. This is the chart from Bitcoin from 2018 until now. We can easily see the support levels like 18k or 30k have always pushed the price up. On the other hand, 50k and 69k have always put sell pressure on the price. There are also a couple of indicators that can help us as well. Using a 100 and 200 day simple moving average, we can determine the long-term trend. When the 100-day moving average or the blue line breaks above the red line, price trend has probably shifted and we can go higher from this point. But if the red line or the 200-day moving average breaks blue line and goes down, we should probably realize our profit and stay away from the market for a little while. You can also use RSI or relative strength index to see if the market is overbought or oversold. By changing the settings to 30 days instead of 14, you can remove a lot of noise and simply buy Bitcoin when this indicator is around 30 or less and sell it when it breaks 70. Bro, you're amazing. I can finally make a solid strategy, get my confirmations, and buy low, then sell high like a king.
I never said thank you.